Hi, my name is Nancy, and welcome to my Caregiver Journal. One of the challenges that I find in caregiving with someone who has a very serious illness is the challenge of long-term planning. We used to be long-term planners. My husband always had at least a 5-year plan going on for his professional life and our personal life as well. I tried to keep up. I'm not quite as good of a planner, but I try to be thinking ahead from year to year at least. And right now, it's hard to know what's going to happen from day to day. Last summer, my son and his fiance were here to visit, and we took 2 vehicles out to Lancaster. So I had Joseph and Julia in the car with me, and I tried to explain to both of them, but to her because she's newer to how we're dealing with this cancer life. I tried to explain how sometimes from day to day, we don't know what's going to happen. And it's hard to stick with plans, not knowing what's going to happen with Dan's health. And we went out to Lancaster together. My daughter joined us out there. We had lunch. We walked around a place that we like to go. We had an enjoyable experience together. And then my son and his fiance drove my car home. I rode home with Dan in his truck. And by the time we drove the hour home, we knew that we had to leave and go to the hospital. So that wasn't even an overnight change in his health. It was from 1 hour to the next, we knew that he had to go. And sure enough, he spent the rest of their trip here visiting us. He was in the hospital. And it's just sometimes that was even a short-term planning issue, but long-term planning a vacation trip. We're trying one this year, and we had to figure out when around Dan's procedures that clean out his stents in his liver and make him healthier, when could we plan a trip that would most likely happen? How far away can we travel so that if we have to get to the hospital in Philadelphia in a crisis, we can be close enough that we can make it? So long-term planning can be a challenge. So if you know someone who is a caregiver or someone with a serious illness and they don't want to commit to something, it might not be something personal, but it might just be this idea that it's really challenging to be a long-term planner when you don't know day to day, hour to hour, what the health situation is going to be like. So thank you for those in my life who have had patience and allowing us to be a little more spontaneous than we would like to, but living day to day, hour to hour as we journey through this illness.